it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vote line, we'll move it all simultaneous. Joints you rock. We earn 30 years so you can say God. Return live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is octane, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11. Hey, Haywood!
57, Mike, 57. Yo.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
11.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready. What's the plan? Mike 5-4. Watch the screen.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Your track.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Come on, set and read. Stick it to Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Slam, slam, slam. Check the hot read.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. My team running. My team running. Echo, echo. Go, D. Let's go. Hut. 6 by 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
56. Check 56.
In your face.
Yup. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Switch. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, come on.
2nd and 10. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run with Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're going to look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
65,
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Hey, check, Mike.
21.
57. Watch the run.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, hot.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
This is Breida on the draw. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
2nd and 9 now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on. Hit together. That's it. Go. You think you're going to get that?
Now it's Breida. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Man, I got you. Whip. Watch that. Kill.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They got a man. It's Woods. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction. And leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 7 to ending. Go. Watch the out. 56. 56. Right there. 56. I'm coming after you. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got you, boy. Go, trot.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Irv Smith. Incomplete.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you, Tope.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Mike 56. Yeah. 56. Twist.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 bud. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 49.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Niners' 40-yard line.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike. So don't say nothing.
Here's Breida.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here
From the 21, it's second and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Check three, check three. Alert three, go, go. Alert three.
This is Breida. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Watch 54, watch 54. Rip right, rip right. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift, shift. Shift, shift, shift.
They run for it with Breida. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
49ers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. 13
yards there and a Niner first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That'll be taken in by Anderson. A very solid gain of 27. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 11.
Garoppolo on first down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
Oh, now Breida loses it. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Kill.
Now a give coming right is Breida. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Ito Smith, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, watch it.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
They'll look to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a give to Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2nd and 11. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the slant. He's coming to 6. Pull it. High. He's coming. Double up. Under 10. Under 10. Hey. Kill.
On third down, Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm trying to collect.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games.
I'm Brandon Gaudin.